Hi, I'm Joyce. I'm the Energy Lady. And I have an interesting topic today. Today's topic is about wallowing in sadness. And you might think, what the heck? And where the heck does that lady get her topics? But my topics typically come from doing the work I do with clients. And this week in particular, I had some clients who were wallowing in sadness. And I thought, that's a good topic to talk about. What does that mean, to wallow in your sadness? Well, life happens, and oftentimes in life, there's pain that happens. And that pain creates stories that we make up, and it creates meaning that we want to make. Something painful happens, we immediately make a meaning out of it. We immediately describe it and say something about it, as well as we experience emotions around it. And sometimes that is sadness. Sometimes it's anger. Sometimes it's fear. So when we wallow in our sadness, it's because something painful happened, and then we just keep reliving it. We keep reminding ourselves of that painful thing that happened. And when you keep reminding yourself of that painful thing that happened, first of all, it brings it back. So you get to just relive it over and over and over. Isn't that fun? It also brings back other memories that might come with that painful thing. So something painful happened. Let's take an example. You stubbed your toe. Okay, I'm gonna use a simple one. You stubbed your toe. But when you stubbed your toe, it hurt so bad. Like, I've done this before. Sends excruciating pain up your leg, right? So you're rubbing your toe, you might have said a few swear words, you're rubbing it, you're massaging it, you're wishing it would go away. And then you're reminded that, oh, I remember when I did this before and it hurt so bad. And so then you're just wallowing in that pain because it hurts so bad. Well, later on the night, it's still tender and you're reminding yourself of that pain. So what would happen if you didn't just keep reminding yourself of how painful it was? What if you told yourself something like, you know what, that pain's gonna go away. I'll be okay. The other thing that we wallow in pain with is because we are afraid to be too happy around other people who are in pain. That's a really good codependent behavior, okay? When you feel a little sadness, but like, you're doing okay, but you're around other people who are really sad, there's no way you can allow yourself to be happy around them because they're sad and you don't want them to feel bad that you're happy. I know that sounds kind of sick. Kind of is, really. That is a really good codependent behavior. The codependency means I'm going to take care of them. I'm going to make sure they're not sad. I'm going to make sure that they don't feel alone in their sadness. So you just decide to be sad with them. That's another wallowing in sadness. Okay? Making sure that you are playing small so that other people don't feel bad. That's a wallowing in your sadness. So how could you be so happy and go lucky and feeling good and upbeat around a bunch of people who are sad? Well, guess what? You can. And guess what? Your energy is going to lift them. It's not going to bring them down. Why would you go down to their level? Bring them up into your level of energy. So when you have a sadness and when you have a joy that you're experiencing and you're around a bunch of people who are sad, it's okay to be joyful. It's okay for you to experience joy and happiness even around sad people. Believe it or not, you will help bring their energy up with your joyful energy. So don't ever feel like you've got to lower yourself down to their level of sadness. So the whole conversation of wallowing in sadness is a codependent conversation. Codependency means we'll do everything we can for the sake of other people's happiness so they'll like you. So you give up a lot of parts of you and who you are and who you want to be for the sake of other people's quote unquote happiness. So if you want to wallow in your sadness, it's a choice. And if you want to do that, just remind yourself it's a choice. Remind yourself, I'm choosing this. I'm just choosing to be sad right now. And that's just what you're doing and what you are. That's all right. But if you want to blame other people, or you want to lower yourself to other people's sadness, then that's where you really get into the messiness of the energy of someone else's stuff. It's not yours. So one of the ways that I would suggest doing this is cutting the cords. Once again, cord cutting the cords to other people's sadness, cutting the cords to the energy of the people around you that you don't like what's going on. And remind yourself, I choose. I choose what? I choose to be happy. I choose to not be sad, even though those around me are sad. Or if you experience some sadness around something, notice that you're choosing it, and then choose something different. Once you get yourself through that, it's like, okay, I'm going to get through this. I'm not going to stay in this for days and days on end. So hopefully that helps a little bit. And I just thought it was a great topic for the week, because I had a couple of clients who actually were dealing with that. And it became humorous after we actually really looked at it, acknowledged it, and declared like, oh, here I am being sad because I don't want to let other people see my happiness around their sadness. And so when you really name what you're doing, it can be humorous and it can make you laugh. And that's what you're looking for, is to look at how sometimes silly and humorous our behaviors can be when we get stuck. So hope that's helpful for this week, and you have a great weekend. We'll talk to you later.